So welcome to the Alcoholic to Alchemist philosophy for optimal living training, basically for mentors and for therapists. But this is just as appropriate, obviously, for people who want to educate themselves out there who are experiencing alcoholism at the moment. So here we go. And just to start, let's have a look at what is the significance. Why have I entitled this philosophy Alcoholic to Alchemist? Well, basically, as many of you know, the word alchemist is an ancient term used for people who used to transform base metals into gold. Obviously, that's not our objective, although it would be quite nice if we could do it. Our objective, in contemporary terms, when we use the term alchemist, it's used to denote the transformation, if you like, of our mental and emotional debris, the negativity in our mind, to transform it into positivity. So what we're doing, we're transforming our mental and emotional turmoil, our mental and emotional baggage, into our psychological wealth. That's what this philosophy is all about. And it's been tried and tested, obviously, not just by myself. But we base this on a group of people really who've been sober at least 5 years. But we've carefully selected these people in that they haven't just been dry for 5 years, they've radically transformed their lives. And there's 200 to 300 people have used a very similar philosophy to find their optimal potential and to find out those things they value in life. And also to find out the purpose in life, which is very important. So the term alchemist for us, from alcoholic to alchemist, is going to denote that transformation. It's going to denote transforming our mental and emotional baggage into our psychological wealth. There we go. Now we're talking about transforming. It's really of the mind. This is alchemy of the mind. I term this the archetypal alchemist, which denotes, if you like, an object in our mind that's capable of transforming negativity into positivity. So what's this philosophy about? You know, what's the 12 steps philosophy for optimal living? What is it about? What are the goals, first and foremost? So what are we going to do in the forthcoming months? Well, let's see. First of all, we're going to challenge current dogma. And what does that mean? We're going to look at that in a second. But basically, people adhere to terms such as I'm an alcoholic, I've got a disease, I've got an illness, I genetically inherited my alcoholism, and what we're going to do, we're going to dispute them philosophies. We're going to dispute them as determinants for alcoholism. We're not saying, per se, that they have no influence. On the contrary, some of them do have an influence. What we're saying is that they're not determinants of alcoholism. And we'll explain a little bit. We'll explain that a bit better and a bit deeper shortly. Then we're saying, then what we're going to do is explore alternative belief systems. Okay, we're saying that alcoholism isn't an illness. We're saying it's not a disease. We're saying it's not determined by genetic inheritance. But we've said what we've declared what alcoholism isn't. What we really want to find out is what is it? And we'll have a look at that shortly. One of the main goals of this philosophy in all walks of life, if we live life robotically, unconsciously, we're going to severely limit our potential. If we have great self-awareness, we're going to open our options up. In fact, we're going to become pure potential. So this is about increasing self-awareness, one of our goals. Another goal is to identify, process and release our unresolved issues. Okay, many people drink as a way of escaping problems that they've got in life. And really, all that alcohol does is mask the problems, temporary. It certainly doesn't resolve them. And the only way really to resolve unresolved issues is to face them, is to process them and release them. So first of all, before we do that, obviously we have to identify them. You people as therapists in this room today will be quite conversant with working with people with unresolved issues. So the people watching the DVD will be educated to a certain degree in how to resolve their issues, and also obviously they can come to you people to enable them through the passage, that part of this philosophy where they're dealing with unresolved issues. Quite often it's best go to a professional to do that. Okay. The philosophy also wants to educate people. Educate them as to the things that keep them stuck in life. Educate them as to their options. Educate them as to the mechanisms of the mind. What is it that propels us forward? What is it that keeps us stuck? So there's lots of aspects of the philosophy which will educate people. We also want to motivate people. I mean, ultimately motivation must come from within, but we can help people by opening up their options, and showing them direction. We can motivate and inspire people. I will add that there's certain people that I know that have used this philosophy in life that I was actually in rehab with, that are basically millionaires today. You know, they've applied, and they're not unhappy millionaires, whereas that they've just been driven by money. They've been driven by purpose, and you know, one of the aspects of, one of the advantages of that is that they've accumulated wealth as well. But this philosophy, first and foremost, is about psychological wealth. It's about reaching our optimal potential, becoming clear of where we want to go in life. We do that first and foremost by eliciting our values. What is it that we truly value in life? Most people that are experiencing destructive drinking have lost touch with them things that they value in life. So what we want to help them do basically is identify them values. What really inspires them in life? What drives them? If money and other ties weren't any object, what would they be doing? What would they do with their lives? So we're going to look at that as well. And also set new goals and help them, enable them to move towards their optimal potential. So they're the goals of the 12-step philosophy. Has anybody got any questions